Well, happy Friday to you, Messiah Church. Pastor Tami here. Earlier this week, I thought I might need to change the focus of this Sunday's sermon and instead write one on how to build an ark. We have had so much rain. I don't know about where you are, but down here where I live, we've had over 4.5 inches of rain in total. But today, the sun is out, the lake is full, creation is singing, and we have come out on the other side. And just in time for the Memorial Day weekend. Now, while this weekend marks the unofficial beginning of summer, it's also a time to pause and remember and honor those who have died in active service to our country. Both my dad and my grandpa served in the military. My dad was a physical therapist in the United States Public Health Service, and my grandpa was an engineer in the Army in Europe during World War II. I also have a brother-in-law and a nephew who serve in the Navy and the Air Force. And so we are a proud military family, and we're grateful for all of those who have served. But war is a horrible thing, and it's a reminder of humanity's brokenness. In response to that brokenness, since the American Revolutionary War that began in 1775, an estimated 1.2 million Americans have given their lives in U.S. wars. And so on Monday, all Americans are invited to pause at 3 p.m. and to remember and to give thanks. We'll also do so in worship together. Now this Sunday, we're going to continue with our one blended worship service at 9:30. We're going to do that throughout the summer. And this week, we're going to begin a new 3-week sermon series titled, We Are Standing on Holy Ground, where we're going to spend time remembering what caring for creation means, why as followers of Christ we should do it, and how we as individuals and as a faith community are answering that call. Caring for creation is just a natural part of living into our mission of loving God, loving each other, and loving this world. And so this week I'm going to begin with a message entitled, God Creates, We Steward. And I hope you'll plan to join us either in person or online. Now, let me just take a minute here and reflect on last Sunday. What a day of celebration it was. The sanctuary was full, the music was inspiring and uplifting, and the celebration brunch that followed was just delicious and fun. So I want to just pause here for a minute and give a really special thanks to Lee Ching and her army of servants who waited on 200 of us with joy and with grace and with enthusiasm. It just felt so good to be together as we dedicated our gifts to God in gratitude for all the blessings in our lives, both as individuals and as a 157-year-old faith community called Messiah Church. Now, before last Sunday, we mailed out about 300 letters that included estimate of giving cards for our capital campaign and for our annual giving to the operating budget. Now, the capital campaign is well on its way to being fully funded, and I look forward to sharing those results with you in just a couple of weeks. Now, as far as our operating budget goes, that all-in campaign, over the course of the last week, we've received back about 114 of those estimate of giving cards. And so I want to say thank you to all of you who have had a chance to return your cards. But if you haven't done so yet, and you are someone who calls Messiah Church your home, I invite you to do so in the next few days. The Servant Steering Team will be meeting on June 3rd to set the budget for the upcoming ministry year that begins July 1st and ends June 30th, 2026. It's only through those pledges that are made on the estimate of giving cards that we can do this work in a responsible and informed manner. So let me say thank you for taking time in prayer and discernment and asking God how you can go all in for God this year. Now, if you still need a card, we'll have some in worship on Sunday morning, or you can go to the Messiah Church website, messiahchurch.org/pledge. And I'm going to put that link just below my picture in the vNote email that I send out on Friday mornings. All right, it is a gorgeous morning, so Jack and I are going to head out on our morning walk. I hope you get a chance to be outside today and enjoy this beautiful, fresh spring day. And I look forward to seeing you soon in worship, either in person or online. And until then, take care and God bless.